live. WTOL 11 Sports, proud to present Game Night Live. Friday nights just got bigger. Streaming live local high school football. Sponsored by Samson Furniture and Mattress. It's worth the drive to Genoa. Now, here's Jordan Strack.
Good evening from Eastwood High School. The Eastwood Eagles getting set to take on the Otsego Knights. I'm Jordan Strack alongside Chittiga Harris, the former Toledo Rocket. Our first ever WTOL YouTube broadcast, and we are looking forward to it. It should be a ton of fun, Chittiga. There could not be two more different football teams when you look at Eastwood. They are a big, strong, physical team that wants to run the football. Otsego, as Matt Giro, their head coach, said, they're going to be the smallest team on the field no matter who they play. Very contrasting styles tonight.
I couldn't say it any better than you just did, Jordan. Eastwood, a tough, hard-nosed team who plans to run the football. Their head coach said this game is going to be won by the team who runs the football the best. So they plan to win the battle at the line of scrimmage. And you go to Otsego, a shotgun team. Some people call it a finesse offense, a spread team. They like to get their playmakers on the edge. They like to use a lot of motion to create some mismatches with the numbers and get some guys some space. Two contrasting styles. It's going to be a great game tonight.
Otsego has not beaten Eastwood since 2006. In that game, Matt Giro was the offensive coordinator for Otsego, so he was up in the booth and remembers that game very well. When you go into a game knowing that as a program you have not beat the other program in so long, what kind of mental effect does that have? Well,
I compare it to our local college rivalry here, BGSU Falcons and the University of Toledo. BGSU had lost to Toledo 9 straight years. When you have that sort of a losing streak, you do almost develop a hatred for that other school. You want to get that bully off your back. They've come in here tonight now looking to end the streak, and you're talking 2006, you're talking a decade and a half of dominance on the sidelines here. When you look at Eastwood versus Otsego, you got to get that big, giant chip off your shoulder tonight.
Eastwood won the toss for this football game. They elected to defer, so we will get to see that Otsego offense on the field first. If you're Otsego, how important is it, knowing the history, knowing everything that you're up against in this game, how important is it for them to come out and have a good drive where you can at least move the football a little bit?
Well, I think if you're Otsego, that's going to be the story of the game. How long can they possess the football? We know what Eastwood wants to do. Eastwood's going to lean on you. They're going to put a lot of pressure on their defensive line and your linebackers with this running game. Otsego has to put together good drives. They have to play the field position game. Even if you're not putting up points, you got to get a couple of first downs and flip the field position. Make Eastwood drive 80-plus yards every time they have the football if you're going to have a chance.
So last-minute instructions right now on that Eastwood sideline and on the Otsego sideline as well. Eastwood, the preseason favorite in the Northern Buckeye, once again to win this league. They have won it 3 out of the last 4 seasons. We are just about set to go. It could not be any better weather-wise. Last week, brutal with the rain. We had hour rain delays almost everywhere in Northwest Ohio. Tonight, absolutely picture-perfect night for football.
Walking down before the game, I said it to a couple of people, this is the perfect night. Absolutely perfect night. About 75 degrees, light breeze blowing from the northwest. Perfect night for football.
Absolutely. We are just about set to get this thing underway. Connor Oberhaus, the kicker for Eastwood, has it lined up. The clock is being reset, and we are ready to get things going right at 7 o'clock here from Pemberville. End over run kick. We fielded right inside the 10-yard line. And tackled right away is Ryan Gray. And Otsego will take over at their 20-yard line. Take a look at that Otsego starting lineup. They have a ton of firepower on this offense. Some experience on the offensive line. Cade Limes, certainly their big star. Joseph Giro, the quarterback, and he can really sling it. Hit 6 different wide receivers in week 1, really maturing as a junior quarterback.
Yeah, you're talking about a big kid too, 6'6", 170-plus pounds, and still growing. Before the game, the coaches told her he has an 86-mile-per-hour fastball.
Spin it out to Braden Timko on first down. be a gain of about 21 yards. One of the big differences you're going to notice in high school football this year, the referees, officials will not handle the football. They will put down an orange beanbag. The center will carry the football directly to the line. That is one of the major changes you will notice this year in football across the board. So if you look in the huddle, the center has the football right now. We'll bring it out there, and he will line things up. Now we have a stoppage. And here's one of your problems with the official not spotting the ball is he had the beanbag on the wrong hash, so he'll run it over, and then we'll get going.
Well, the first play of the game just showed the kind of arm strength that this young man has. He threw that football from the far hash, a deep out, and he put that ball on the money.
Hand off inside, ball is loose, but they're going to, I believe, rule him down. That is Michael Gonzalez getting the start at running back for Otsego. Their starter, Trent Leiter, out for 2 weeks, violated team rules. One of those things where Matt Giroux said it's going to be a life lesson for him. He was really good last week, Trent Leiter was. Had 168 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. He is out today. They still feel very confident in Michael Gonzalez in that backfield carrying the football, though.
Well, Michael Gonzalez has some experience. A two-way player. He plays on defense as well as a linebacker. But you're right. That's a lot of production to lose at that running back position. An experienced guy who carried the load for him last week.
Empty backfield here. 5 wide receivers. Giroux rolling. He will dump it out to Devin Kuhn. It looked like he had stepped out of bounds. The official did not see it. He's going to be close to a first down, just over the 50-yard line.
Good pickup on the play. This is something you're going to see from Otsego also. You're going to see a lot of RPO, a lot of run-pass option from this team. Quarterback's mobile, get him on the perimeter. Short 5-yard out route, and he puts the ball. I thought he waited a little bit too long to deliver that football. Nonetheless, you pick up 9 yards.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1, just over the 50. A big 3rd down early in this football game. See if they can line up and just try to pound this thing for a yard. It'll be a keeper. Giroux. Out across the 40, down inside the 30, a stiff arm, and he is down to the 25-yard line. And a big first down for Otsego. That is one thing that Joseph Giroux can do. You think about him throwing the football all over the place, but he can pull it and run it a little bit. Very dangerous right there. Short
yardage situation, you fake the inside run. Linebackers come flying up to make a tackle in the hole. Your quarterback just takes the ball off tackle, picks up a huge gain right there for a first down.
So a terrific opening drive for Otsego. You really, if you're Otsego, you couldn't have scripted this thing much better.
This is what they need to do. String together some first downs, get some confidence going.
Giroux and the offense will look over to the sideline, get that call. 3 wide receivers out to his left. Gonzalez off his hip in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to Gonzalez. He is hit right away. Blake Landis, the first in there, number 60 for Eastwood, to wrap him up.
With help from number 23, Zach Kwiatkowski.
Zach Kwiatkowski, the other man in there on that tackle for Eastwood. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Clock running down to 9:08 left to go here in this first quarter. Giroux this time will run over to the sideline, get the play. A terrific start on a gorgeous night here at Eastwood High School. 2 wide receivers to each side. 1 man in the backfield along with Giroux. He will give it again to Gonzalez, and once again it was Blake Landis in there, the first man to make the tackle along with Max Bookman.
That's 2 plays in a row now. He's been able to get into the backfield there and make a play. Penetration is the worst thing for a running play because when you get those blockers moving backwards and you get guys shooting the gaps and those linebackers can come in there and clean up the play. Good penetration from the D-line here from Eastwood.
One thing I was wondering how Otsego would be able to run the football against this big, strong front from Eastwood. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 to go, though. Called a loss of a yard on that last play. Back to the 25. Giroux in the gun. He's going to run, and he is met right away. First man in was Gage Mike, number 45. Hit for a loss. That's going to bring up 4th down And I'm thinking with a call like that, that means you're going to go for it on fourth down.
Defensive lineman that time, he's a stand-up DN, did not go for the fake at all. Beeline to the quarterback and makes a play in the backfield now to bring up a long fourth down play. You're kind of in the no man's land here if you don't have a kicker who can consistently make these, and they're going to have to go for it.
Yeah, the only reason you're calling a draw on the third down play is because you think you're going for it on fourth down in most situations.
Exactly.
And right now, I think we're going to get a Matt Giro wants to talk with he wants to talk with the official, and I'm not sure. I think they're saying that the helmet popped off for his quarterback, Joseph Giroux, on that third down play, so he's going to have to leave the field for a play. But what Matt Giroux, I think, is arguing is that his helmet was ripped off, so he shouldn't have to. If you can't have your star quarterback on the field for a fourth down, that makes things much more difficult. And I think that's exactly the discussion. Yep, they're going to make him leave the field for one play.
Looks like they're going to try to kick it now.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to... I don't... After watching pregame warm-ups, I don't think you're kicking a field goal here. But it's 4th and 11, and the officials are going back as if they are going to try a field goal. And that's the way they're going to line this thing up.
Into attempted 43-yard field goal.
It's going to be Devin Kuhn on to kick it. Noah Giroux will hold. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is no good. It did have the leg, but it was just wide right. Certainly not the way you wanted to end the drive if you're Otsego. But this thing was close. It certainly had the leg.
He did. It looked like it was good from here, just a little bit wide to the right. If you're Otsego, although you didn't get points, you feel good about that drive. You got some things going. You kind of need to figure out the running game here. Are you going to run against this D-line? But give credit to Eastwood. Their defense stood up when they needed to. Got to stop. Now your offense takes over, and we get to see that wing T in action.
Yeah, Jared McNulty will be under center to start this thing. We will also see Lake Bruce at quarterback throughout this game in certain points. Craig Rutherford said that both of those guys have earned some time. The officials still discussing something. I think they're happy with it now. 6:47 left to go here in this first quarter. And they're going to move it back 1 yard to the... No, they're not. Move it back to the 20-yard line. Yeah, after the miss. All right, here we go. Jared McNulty under center. He will turn and give right up the middle. You'll see a lot of that. Ethan Kwiatkowski gets just over the original line, but some of those things in the wing T, you're pounding for a yard, you pound for 2 yards, and eventually you bust one.
Yeah, they've got a big offensive line, too. Like you heard from the coaches before, the Otsego offensive line and defensive line, they're going to they're going to be at a disadvantage when it comes to weight against no matter who they play, and that's on display here tonight.
Gage Might will get the carry over the left side. He's going to pick up about 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. If you're Eastwood, 3rd down and 6 is not ideal with this offense.
It is not. We do know that they're going to throw the football a little bit, but again, you see the penetration from the D-line there. The back is having to make a move before he even gets to the hole. When you get penetration, you kind of change the dynamic of the play, because if you got a big, strong back like that and he can't get north-south, those fast safeties and those linebackers are going to get there and going to bring them down for a short gain.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6. McNulty's going to throw. He's looking deep. 2 men back there in coverage for Otsego. Was it brought down, though? They're going to call it an interception. I don't know how. Andrew Arnson is the one that had the football. Craig Rutherford is out on the field. Arnson is the one that came away with it, but there were 2 Otsego players that had it as well. And they are going to stick with that call, and it's going to Otsego.
From where we're watching this game, that happened directly in front of us, and that looked like a catch. However, give credit to the defense there. That ball hung up on him just a little bit. It floated in the air. He needed to put a little bit more zip on it. I thought he had the back out in the flat there for a sure first down. He went for the deeper receiver running the corner, hung the football up there, and more times than not, that's going to get picked off.
So Otsego will take over from there. Jirwa is back on the field. Just inside the 50, hand it off to Michael Gonzalez. He will get down to the 42-yard line. Pick up of about 5 on first down. That is the way you want to start a drive.
Good push up front by that offensive line that time, creating some space. Able to pick up 5 yards on first down. You keep the down and distance in your favor. You stay on schedule. You stay on your play calling schedule.
We're going to spot the ball right at the 42-yard line. 3 wide receivers out to his right. Hand off to Gonzalez again. He's tripped up in the backfield. Once again, Blake Landis. He has been outstanding early, number 60.
Yeah, he's done a pretty good job so far getting penetration, and it's the quickness, not just the size, too. You're going to take a look at him there. He's the first guy in the backfield. Again, you're back having to make a play before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Your play's almost over before it starts.
So now another big third down here for Otsego. Come out, you tried to run it on first and second down. 3 men in the backfield. They're going to motion out Kuhn. And they're going to throw it right over the middle. It is caught. Noah Jirwa, brother to brother. That's a big first down. A very intricate play there. You run Kuhn in motion. All the eyes go over there, and then you hit your man over the middle.
And that's exactly what that play is designed to do. You want to create the mismatch. And with the motion, you get a slant underneath it, put the ball on the money. They've been doing that all spring. The whole time they were locked down, Coach Jirwa told us they were outside throwing the football around.
They already had that really good connection being brothers, but then that time locked down, they certainly worked a ton together, and that connection is unbelievable right now. Here's Jirwa. He's going to step up in the pocket. He will throw to the sideline. He overthrew his tight end. That's Chase Hubbard. He was open, but Jirwa moving up in the pocket just overthrew it.
Well, although the pass kind of sailed on him there and then went incomplete, I'm impressed with his pocket presence. Able to see the pocket around him collapsing, steps up, just could not put that football on the money. And that's something that comes with experience, too, to be able to feel that pressure coming from the perimeter.
So we'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball's at the 31-yard line. 4:01 to go here, first quarter. Handoff to Gonzalez. He's got a big hole up the middle. He is down inside the 15-yard line. That's a very strong run from Michael Gonzalez.
Great push up front and a dive play there. You see the linebackers on the outside trying to bring a blitz. They go directly for the quarterback. They fell for the fake. He's able to pick up a huge gain up the middle of the field to set them in business here at the 13-yard line.
So it'll be first down. They're going to try a little razzle-dazzle here. It's going to pitch to Jirwa. He's got room over that right side. They had taken Joseph Jirwa out of the backfield, had a direct snap, and then the pitch to Noah Jirwa. On first down, a great play. They are going to spot that at the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Well, this drive is a lot different than the first one. Otsego has a lot of talent at the skill position. They've got some weapons, and you're starting to see them tap into that weaponry a little bit. Nice play call there. Change it up a little bit, a little toss reverse out of the Wildcat formation.
That is something they do a ton. They have a lot of different formations they will run. Jirwa gets a snap. He will hand it off to Gonzalez. That is blown up in the backfield. It was Blake Landis once again, number 60 on that defensive line. He has been outstanding.
Good job of penetration once again by Landis. I feel like I've said that about 6 times already in the first quarter.
Yes. He has certainly been the best player on the field defensively for Eastwood, no question about that. So another big 3rd down and 4, loss of 2 on that play. Clock ticks under 3 minutes to go here, first quarter. Be a 4 wide receiver set, 2 to each side.
You've got a lot of space here to the wide side of the field.
But he's going to look the other way, and he threw it out to his brother, Noah Jirwa. It's going to fall incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. We'll see if they try another field goal, and it looks like they will.
He wanted the stop route right at the pylon there, threw the football a little bit behind him. And, you know, you get that connection between the brothers, and he knew where his brother was going to be, just held on to that football a little bit too long on the release.
So the ball will get spotted. They'll put it down right at the 15, so they'll make it a 25-yard field goal attempt. 2:29 to go here first quarter. The ball is down. Kuhn's kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:25 left to go in the first quarter, it's Otsego on the board first, and they have certainly carried the play here in this first quarter exactly what they were hoping to do.
You know, their defense came out and put together a good series of downs, got off the field after forcing a turnover. The offense did what they did on the first drive. They drove down the field, got no points. This time around, they're able to cash in. Now, if you're Coach Jira, you're saying, we get down here in the red zone, we've got to get 6 points next time around. We know this team that we're facing with this running game, it might take them a little while to get going, but once that offensive line gets to leaning on that defensive line of Otsego, then you might see the momentum shift a little bit. But so far, you're right. Otsego has outplayed Eastwood.
And when you've lost to a team every single year since 2006, when you're drawing this thing up, you're hoping you're not getting in a hole early, because then that's when doubt can start to creep into your mind. So Otsego has to feel really good. They have at least shown that they can play right with Eastwood this entire time.
You know, a coach once said to me, momentum is a giant killer. And that's one of those things that you might be seeing on display here. Otsego's got all the momentum, 2 long drives, forced a turnover. Eastwood has to answer now, because if Otsego gets the ball back, they're going to be full of confidence, feeling like they can move the ball down the field and get points again.
Kick is away. Back there to field it is Case Boos. He's got it up over the 30. Makes another move. A stiff arm. He's out over the 40. Look out! He's got one man to beat down the sideline. A flag comes in late. A terrific return from Case Boos. We'll have to wait and see what the flag was, but regardless, it's going to be really good field position for Eastwood.
Well, great individual effort on the return. This flag is thrown behind the play. And actually, no, it's not something that happened on the field. They called a sideline infraction against Eastwood. It's not a loss of yardage.
There's the stiff arm, and that's what set this thing up.
Boos, only a sophomore, still growing into that football body, showing there that he's got plenty of strength.
And that's about exactly what you wanted if you were Eastwood. A big play like this to change the momentum of a football game.
And you know what they say, when you get a big play after a turnover or a big kickoff return, you take a shot right away.
See what they do. They'll hand it off. It's going to go to Emmett Getz. Not much room there. Right back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe. And it'll bring up second down as we tick under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
These linebackers for Otsego are flying around. You got 2 or 3 guys getting to the football. Again, your back gets the ball in the backfield, trying to be patient and find a hole. There's no hole there. You got 2 or 3 linebackers on them. All your entire linebacking core making the tackle.
Yeah, they're going to spot it right at the 20, so no gain on that first play. McNulty will run the play in. Hand it off inside. Ethan Kwiatkowski. Again, not much room inside there. Maybe a yard, and that's going to bring up third down and long. It was funny talking with Craig Rutherford the other day. He said, we can throw it a little bit more than we have been able to in the past. So far, a lot of runs. Four runs, 1 pass.
When you're a running team, your worst enemy is 3rd and long. You don't want these 3rd and 8s and 3rd and 9s, because then you got to tap deeper into the playbook, maybe something you haven't practiced as much.
Austin Fry, the wide receiver, to the right side. McNulty will hand it off inside. That is Getz, and he is hit right away. He will gain maybe a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th down and long now for Eastwood.
Well, Otsego's not respecting the pass at all. Devin Kuhn is a safety, and he came up and made that play a yard or 2 down up the field. Very good job coming up from that safety position. They're only playing with 1 receiver out wide, and they're going to man-to-man that. So it's man-to-man across the board, 1 safety high, just in case there's a play action. But you're absolutely right. This is now you've got a 4th down decision to make going into the second quarter.
Yeah, the clock's going to tick down to end this first quarter. A really impressive first quarter if you are Otsego. The official did throw a flag. The back judge threw a flag there. What looked like a delay of game penalty. I don't know if they didn't have the clock timed out perfectly or not. I think they're going to say it's the end of the quarter and move to the other end. Craig Rutherford going out there to double check. It is. It is going to... And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Chiga, you have to be happy if you are Otsego with the way that first quarter went, for sure.
Exactly what we said before the game. They've got to control the clock. They did exactly that. Too long drive. Your defense has to play lights out. They've done so thus far. Even though they gave up the big kickoff return, their defense has stood up once again now. And you got Eastwood forced to try a long field goal, adding the 5-yard penalty to that. This isn't really Eastwood football that we're used to seeing them play so far in the first quarter. Now going into the second quarter, they've got a little bit of work to do to pick it up. Only down 3 points.
But a big fourth down call coming up. We are coming to you commercial-free tonight for this entire football game. Our first ever WTOL YouTube broadcast. We're excited to be able to do this, showing off our commitment to local sports here in Northwest Ohio.
Congratulations, Chad, on winning your $25.
I want to mention Sampson Furniture has the biggest sale of the year going for Labor Day. They've got 12 months interest-deferred financing, reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, more, all on sale, an additional 20% off as we get set to start this second quarter and a big fourth down play. McNulty going to roll out to his left. He had a man. He's going to try to run it. He is not going to get there. He is taken down short, and Otsego's going to take over. They hold.
Run pass option again. You get your athletic quarterback on the perimeter here, looking for a receiver. Good coverage in the secondary by Otsego. He decides to hold on to the football and run, and then the pursuit on the play, and the tackle finally made by Michael Gonzalez, who's starting at running back tonight.
And you will see that a lot when we're looking in the Northern Buckeye Conference. You're going to see guys playing a ton both ways. We've already seen a lot of guys contributing on both sides of the football. So Otsego will take over at their own 11-yard line, already up 3-0.
First quarter stats for you.
Here's Jirwa in the gun. Quick pass. And it's going to be a good pickup on first down as Caden Mays. He had one reception last week for 14 yards. Just a freshman, already contributing under the Friday Night Lights.
I like that call on first down. You just want to pick up 5 or 6 yards, give yourself a little bit more breathing room, and they're tapping into those weapons now. You get 4 wide on the outside. You bring an extra blocker across, able to pick up 6 yards, bring up a second and medium. You want to stay in that range.
In that first quarter, Otsego outgained Eastwood 93-7. Jirwa to throw. What a catch by his brother, Noah Jirwa. And that's going to be good enough for a first down. What a catch.
And what a throw by Jirwa. Both of those guys are stepping up there and making a big play. There's nowhere else he could have put that football. And again, that connection between the two brothers on a slant route, as soon as you get a little bit of a step on the inside there on that DB, he's cooked.
So the ball out to the 26-yard line. Jirwa going to check over the sideline. I love what Matt Jirwa was saying about Noah and Joseph Jirwa, the brothers, and then Michael Gonzalez and Braden Timko. All three of them live basically right next door to each other out in Tontogany, and they all spent so much time together. He called them outdoor kids. They just love to be outside, all hanging out. They grew up playing wiffle ball together in the backyard. You're seeing those relationships now that have formed, and now they're taking over at the varsity level. We had a flag on the play and an eligible man downfield.
Man downfield against the Knights.
Case Booth read that play as if he was in the huddle. That comes from film study. He looked at the formation. Once the play started, he made a beeline for where the receiver was going to be, and he almost picked that football off and took it the other way. I'm surprised. Eastwood is playing a lot of cover 3 against this 4 wide receiver set. Only one deep safety. They're expecting the underneath route, but they're keeping that guy deep just in case you get one of those long ones over the top, maybe a post. It'd be interesting to see the route combinations that Otsego's able to put together here to try to break that down.
There's some confusion with the sticks right now. There was a 5-yard penalty. Still first down, so they're going to have to move that football back, and then they're reset. Here we go. So first down at 15 from the 21-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout. Otsego.
Okay. Their first time out of the half.
If you're Eastwood, what do you do right now to slow down the momentum and get something good happening? You almost had it when Case Boost picked off that football. That would have been a good momentum changer. But right now, Otsego looks like the better football team.
Well, I'd like to see a little bit more pressure coming from the linebacking core. Send the extra guy. Send one more guy, then they can block. You got 3 or 4 wide on every single play for Otsego. Not seeing a lot of pressure coming from the linebacking core, not seeing a lot of blitzes dialed up. I'd like to see a little bit more of that defensively from Eastwood.
Craig Rutherford told us earlier this week when we were talking that in week 1 in their win against Fostoria, Eastwood did not have to blitz much because they did get so much pressure from that front four without blitzing. So that's something they just haven't done so far this season.
Well, the pressure and the penetration from that front four has come on the run plays. They've stuffed Otsego's run so far. However, on the passing play, with the exception of the one play that you saw Jira step up and make a throw to the sideline that went incomplete, he's not really had too much pressure on him. He has been brought down one time for a sack.
Another different formation. Jirwa will hand it off. Gonzalez is caught up right away.
Number 45, Gage Might.
Gage Might was the first one in there. Alongside
pinching in from that defensive end position again. He made a big play earlier in the game on a run-pass option. That time pinching in, go down the line of scrimmage. Don't get too deep into the backfield. The back will run right by you. Scrapes down the line of scrimmage, makes a play.
So second down at 14 now from the 22-yard line. Jirwa going to throw. Pump fake. He wanted to go deep. His wide receiver fell down. He gets back up, and he still completes it near the first down yardage. It was Braden Timko. He got caught up with the DB back there. He gets back up, and somehow Jirwa was still able to extend the play long enough to find him.
Well, you're being nice saying he got caught up by the DB. He got knocked down by the DB.
You sound like a wide receiver talking.
I might have been that once or twice in my life. But he got knocked down by the DB. Stay in the play. You played to the whistle, got up, able to make a catch. Now you've got a 3rd and 2 situation. Very manageable. Your entire playbook is available to you if you're Otsego.
9:30 to go in the second quarter. Clock moving. It'll be 3rd down and 2 now from the 34-yard line. 2 wide receivers out to his right, 1 up top, coming in the backfield with him. Jirwa going to hand it off to Gonzalez, and it's blown up in the backfield. He's not going to get there. I believe it was Maverick Bowser in there once again. And Max Bookman as well. Bookman had 4 sacks last week against Fostoria.
The first time we called his name tonight, and no bigger down than right now to make a play. Now you've got a punting situation for Otsego.
Yeah, Joseph Jirwa back to punt, and Boost is back deep to field it. End over end kick, and it'll go out of bounds right about the 30-yard line, maybe the 31, and that's where Eastwood will take over, just trying to get something going offensively. As I said, in that first quarter, Eastwood was outgained 93-7. See if they can get something going here from Freedom Field.
3 minutes and 22 seconds burned off the clock by Otsego on that drive. Eastwood now, you're lining up at your own 31-yard line, 30-yard line. You've got decent field position, not great, but you need to string together a couple of first downs here. Give your defensive guys a little bit of a rest before.
Well, a lot of their defensive guys are on the field.
Well, you're right. You're right. Well, the guys who aren't on the field. Give those guys a little bit of a breather. But if you need to start building some confidence now. You need to get your offense going. Pick up a couple first downs here. Let these guys get some confidence.
Snap. Ball is down there. McNulty, I believe, was the first one to jump on it. And that's about the last thing you wanted as you're trying to get this thing going.
Yeah, he never got it cleanly. He didn't even get to turn around and try to give the ball to his back. It looked like they were going to run a jet sweep.
It's a helpless feeling being the one guy in a red jersey at the bottom with 4 white jerseys all around it fighting for it. Beg your pardon, it is Lake Boost now in at quarterback. It was not McNulty. We did say we would see Lake Boost at some point. Very athletic, brings a little different dimension to the game. He's got it now, he's going to pass, and he is brought down in the backfield. Blake Steele, the sophomore, number 42, the first man back there, a huge loss. And that'll bring up third down.
Unblocked. The fullback there, the running back there, number 45, is completely whipped on his block, and Steele makes a big play in the backfield. They were attempting to get the quarterback on the edge, create some space, but play never even developed. He blew it up in the backfield. I feel like that receiver that was in the slot, they were supposed to chip him, and he just let him go completely.
It'll be third down and 21. Not many plays in the playbook for this. They're going to hand it off. And that is not going to get it done there. You're setting up a punting situation now, and Otsego should get the ball back in pretty good field position with 7 minutes to go now in the second quarter.
This Otsego defense is flying around. They're playing lights out so far in this game, the first quarter and a half. Bringing a little pressure that time. You saw the extra man, number 36, come up. Forces the back to the inside where your help is.
One of those things we weren't sure how Otsego's front 4 would hold up, and so far, really good. So fourth down. It's Noah Jirwa back. He's going to call for a fair catch. He'll make it, standing right at about the 50-yard line, and that is where Otsego will take over with excellent field position as we move under at about 6:18 left to go here in the second quarter. And they will put that beanbag right down at the 50, and that's where Otsego will take over.
Interesting to see if they take a shot here. I'd say it's a perfect place on the field to do so.
Absolutely. Play action. A little screen play inside to Noah Jirwa. A great play made out there. That was number 23. Zach Kwiatkowski stopped that. That was really close to being broken for a big one.
If that play was not made, if that tackle's not made right there, he's gone to the house. That screen was perfectly set up. He got in the funnel in there, and a great job by the defensive back to make that tackle.
They ran a very similar play for a touchdown in week 1 against Woodmore.
I saw a lot of that screen game on film when we were doing our prep.
Yep.
And it took him a little while to run it here, but I expected to see quite a bit of it.
3 wide receivers out to the left. He did gain 4 yards on first down. Handoff to Gonzalez inside, and he's hit in the backfield. Blake Landis was the first man to get a hand on him again. It's going to be a gain of 1. It'll bring up third down and 5.
Third and 5, I think you're going to see some RPO here. Get Jira out on the perimeter. Use that athleticism. We've seen him take off on a quarterback draw here for a long gain earlier in the game. So I would expect some sort of RPO on this play. 4 wide receivers again.
Kuhn in motion. Jirwa gets the snap. He will look downfield. He's going to avoid everybody. Wide open. Chase Halbert drops the football. Jirwa could have run for it, but he elected to throw to a wide open receiver, and Halbert just dropped it.
Well, no RPO. He just dropped back the pass, and he's got 2 receivers open right off the bat. Does not see them because of the pressure. Steps up, Probably could have picked it up with his legs. Wide open receiver in the middle field. You got to make that catch.
Hellberg had 2 receptions for 47 yards and a touchdown in their Week 1 win against Woodmore, but drops a big one here that would have extended the drive, so they will punt now. Jirwa will drop it, and that ball is placed down there perfectly, just about the 12-yard line, where Eastwood will get a shot with now 4:45 to go before the half.
Well, I think after that long kickoff return by Case Boost, they said, we don't want the football anywhere near that guy. Kick it to the sideline. The ball dies right at about the 12-yard line. Another long field for Otsego again. And that running game has not gotten on track so far, and now they've got to go 88 yards to pay dirt.
4:45.
So 4:45 to go. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. And it'll be McNulty back in there under center for Eastwood. He will hand it off inside. Good gain on first down. Bryce Kaprowski-Kistner had the carry. Probably their best first down play of the game so far, in that he's so crucial in this offense to be able to gain a chunk on first down.
They've been behind the sticks the entire game up to this point. 5-yard gain on first down. You get to stay on schedule. Now you can continue to call your plays as they're scripted on that notepad that you're or your laminated menu, whatever they call it, that your coaches have on the sidelines.
Hand off again. Kaprowski-Kistner, it's going to be a first down. That will be their first down of the game. It took them till 4:06 left to go in the second quarter. Not something you would have anticipated coming in.
Back-to-back plays now, your offensive line has been able to get a good push, and the back able to get through that hole, pick up 5+ yards. First down, getting a little bit of confidence that you can move the field against this defense now.
So it'll be first down now.
45.
Gage Might with it.
Number 45, Gage Might for about
Good pick up there, 7 yards on first down. And now you're starting to see what Eastwood wants to do when they can get out and run the football a little bit.
Yeah, Eastwood, you're going to see 5 different people carry the ball tonight for Eastwood. They keep the backs fresh. Lead blocker gets out, number 60 again. We called his name on defense quite a bit. Now we're calling his name on offense. Blake Landis out there leading the play, getting a good block downfield and pick up 7 yards.
Now Gage Might is a lead blocker. It's Kaprowski-Kistner again, the smaller back, slashing through for a first down. 3:11 to go right now, second quarter. Move the chains once again.
When you're able to run the ball now, you picked up 2 consecutive first downs. This opens up your play-action game. They did say they were going to throw the football. Those linebackers are going to start getting a little itchy back there. Eyes are going to be in the backfield. That play-action is going to bring these guys up the field, get an opportunity to hit one over the top.
McNulty will get the snap. He's going to hand it off to Gage Might coming over the left side. He is out over the 40 inside the 35-yard line. Another first down for Eastwood.
You get so many different looks from this offense. You get the handoff underneath there, Might going, sweeping around the inside, goes around the left side, good blocking downfield again. That's an offensive lineman 20 yards down the field making a block for his running back.
That was one thing that Matt Jirwa said, the Otsego head coach, that Eastwood's offensive linemen run so well. You can't duplicate that in practice. It's impossible to simulate exactly how well their offensive linemen run. We're going to get a timeout by Craig Rutherford. He was standing right next to the official, and he called that timeout. So now Eastwood starting to feel a little bit better.
Once you get that running game going, and when your entire offense is predicated on being able to run the football, you can start to go into that playbook a little more. We've not seen the ball go into the air yet on this drive, but they've got some confidence now. And here's a play I was talking about. You've got your tight end out there making a block, and an offensive lineman, number 52, Max Buckman, 20 yards down the field, getting a secondary block just to get that little bit of extra yardage. That's the effort you want from the offensive line.
Well, Game Night Live broadcast brought to you by Sampson Furniture. They have their biggest sale of the year going for Labor Day. They've got 12 months interest-deferred financing. They've got reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, and more, all on sale up to an additional 20% off. Great quality furniture at great prices. Hurry, the Labor Day sale ends soon at Sampson Furniture and Mattress. It is worth the drive to Genoa. So Eastwood has to be feeling good right now. It is first down from the 35-yard line coming out of the timeout. This is more of what we expected from Eastwood coming into this football game.
Hard to think about this, but Eastwood hasn't always been a wing team football team. We talked to Coach Rutherford. He said that in the 80s and 90s, this was a run and shoot team. And when you think run and shoot, you think Bill Walsh. And now I'm aging myself a little bit. But.
Handoff inside to Bryce Kaprowski-Kissner. Yeah, it's interesting. In the late 80s, Jerry Rutherford, who was the head coach here, Craig's dad, and Jerry is still on the staff right now. He's in his normal shorts and helps coach the offensive line. He was a run and shoot guy, and Craig was saying that teams would actually come out here to study how to throw the football, which is what we don't expect nowadays from Eastwood. But yeah, they've had some good quarterbacks over the years. Kevin Leedy, who's out there on the field right now for Eastwood giving the signals, also the baseball coach here at Eastwood. McNulty's going to throw. Coming right back over to Mike. They've got a screen set up. It was read really nicely, though. Michael Gonzalez did a good job staying home. He makes a tackle, and that is going to bring up third down at about 5 yards.
That's film study and experience right there. He dialed it up immediately, defeated the blocker, able to get out on the perimeter and make a play, because if he doesn't make that play, you got a first down, maybe more.
So 1:30 to go now before the half. McNulty will hand it off. It's Kaprowski-Kissner again. He's going to be short, so that's going to bring up fourth down. You have to think they're going to go. Eastwood kicker Connor Oberhaus told me before the game he has kicked a 43-yarder in a game. So this would probably be just...
Well, that's a 45-yard field goal. You don't have a choice.
Just outside his range. He was making them from here almost in pregame, but they are going to go. 4th down and 3 from the 33, under a minute to go before the half. McNulty under center. He'll hand it off. It's Gage Mite. Shakes off a tackler. He is not going to get it. He is stopped up, and Otsego will take over. The defense holds once again.
Gonzalez again in the backfield. Penetration from the linebacking core. They read the play. They knew it was coming. You got penetration. Your back's got to make a move before he gets to the line of scrimmage. More often than not, that play is going to be dead. Great defense by Otsego to get off the field after a tough physical drive by Eastwood.
If you're Otsego here with 50 seconds left to go before the half, do you try to go score, get in a field goal position again, or do you run the football and just be very content with a 3-0 lead here on the road? It looks like they're going to go under center.
First time we've seen him under center tonight.
Yeah, they're going to hand it off to Gonzalez. He's out over the left side. He's got a little bit of room, and now he's got even more. He's out across the 45. He's almost in midfield. Now that changes everything.
Now you open up your entire playbook. I formation here, lead blocker, a fullback. The first time we've seen him in this formation, Gonzalez looks to be a little banged up. You're going to take a look at the play here. Great block at the point of attack there by the fullback. And then Gonzalez, he's not the biggest guy in the world, playing both ways, breaking a couple of tackles on the perimeter, able to pick up a first down. A huge first down, almost near midfield.
I mean, it changes everything. You're thinking with 50 seconds left to go before the half, you've got the ball near your own 30, 25-yard line. They were lining up and trying to just get this thing to the half, but when you gain 25 on first down, that certainly is a big difference maker.
Again, and the receivers blocking downfield. You're not going to have long plays if your receivers aren't blocking downfield. Good job by the receiving core. Jira, you saw there, number 7. Downfield blocking is a huge part of the reason why Gonzalez was able to pick up all that extra yardage. You got 40 seconds. That's a lot of time.
Especially
left.
With this offense where you can throw it around.
Yep.
And you've still got one timeout left. Ball's going to be just short of the 50-yard line. See if they take a shot here on first down. I think Gonzalez was a little shaken up there. He's out of the game here. Here's a throw over the middle. He had his man there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to hit Braden Timko.
I was just about to say, when you're trying to attack a cover 3, you've got to throw the football in that gap between the linebacker getting out to the flat in that deep corner. The safety's going to be reading the quarterback, and he's going to be in that deep third. You got to hit that seam perfectly. Almost found it right there.
So now it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 48 with 35 seconds left to go. Giro's got 2 wide receivers to his right and to his left. Man in motion. Gonzalez is not back on the field yet. Giro going to throw it to the sideline for his brother Noah. He steps out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at 30 seconds, but it's 3rd down now and about 3 or 4.
Nice poise shown by Giro that time. You got the route on the wide side of the field is what he wanted. He wanted the curl route. Was not there. Stood tall back in the pocket, moved around a little bit, created some space. His brother came back to the football, helped his quarterback out, got a 1st down.
His ability to extend plays has certainly been a difference maker here in this first half. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 from the 45. 30 seconds to go here before the half. Kuhn in motion. And they will throw it over the middle. He's got Noah Giro, his brother. Going to have to get down. He does right at the 30-yard line. Clock will stop as they move the chains. Here's one of the interesting things about the officials not handling the football. You have to get that ball to your center quickly with the clock moving so that you can restart. 23 seconds left to go on the clock right now. It will reset. Here's Giroux looking to throw over the middle. He's got his man, Noah Giroux. He is down inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. 11 seconds to go. When they use their timeout here, they're going to try to spike it, it looks like. Matt Giroux calling out to his team. They're going to try to spike it. Everybody to the line. The ball is set. Clock will start. He will spike the football. 2 seconds off the clock. And now there's 9 seconds left. You have time probably for one play here. And you have to obviously get this ball to the end zone with one timeout left.
Well, I think you got 2 plays. You got to get them, got to get ball snap, you get the football out quickly. But the last snap that you just saw in the replay, again, buying time with his feet, stepping up in the pocket. His brother, as a receiver, you're taught in a situation like that where the quarterback's moving around a little bit, find that hole in the zone, sit there and show the quarterback your numbers. He did just that, and his brother put the ball in the money.
You got to think that's the guy he's most confident with in these situations. So it's 1st down and goal, ball at the 6-yard line. 9 seconds left to go before the half. Giroux gets a snap. Quick throw, wide open, it's in there. And there's a flag down they're going to call, I think, offensive pass interference.
Yep, they're going to call a pick.
That's how he got so open.
He called a pick.
I wonder how he got so open. You said you look like you noticed it right away.
Yeah. The slot receiver is going to rub to the outside.
That was Hellberg.
Your goal is to make the defensive backs run into each other, not run into one of the defensive backs. Kind of like, he's blocking before the play even started. Refs are going to catch that every single time. If you make any contact with the DB on that play, they're going to throw the flag. It's a great play design when it works. It's an excellent goal line play to call. It didn't work. Now you mentioned one play. You've got one shot now. You blew that first one. You got a 15-yard penalty, or 10-yard penalty.
6 seconds left to go here. Let's see what Otsego does. They're going to use their timeout right now. I think they're going to discuss, because I think you've either got to kick the field goal here or you have to throw a ball to the end zone, and I don't know that you're going to have a second chance at it. I think you get one shot here. It's going to be touchdown or kick a field goal.
Yeah, I think the smart thing to do here is to kick a field goal. However, you've got momentum. You've proven that you can get their defense off the field. You might want to take a shot here at a touchdown. Or you look at the way the game's gone so far, right? You kick a field goal. Hey, we'll take the points. We'll try to get 3 points and get more points on the board. Now Eastwood's forced to score a touchdown if they're going to tie this game or take the lead.
Interesting decision-making process here now for Matt Giroux. Remember, Eastwood will get the ball to start the second half. They won the toss and had deferred. And Otsego is out there, and I don't see Joseph Giroux, so they're going to kick the field goal. They are going to attempt the field goal, so Devin Kuhn be a 38-yarder. Noah Giroux with a hold. Ball is down. The kick is up. It is off the goalpost. It is no good, and that is how the first half will end. All that work to get down there. He had plenty of leg, and doink.
If you're Otsego, you got to take that as a win. You give up that long drive, the penalty, and now the missed field goal. You're only going into the half down by 3 points, but they've got a lot to figure out to get some points on the board.
That's what I was going to. I think if you're Eastwood, if you're Eastwood, you're happy that you're only down 3-0, despite the fact that Otsego has dominated this football game. There is no question about it. All right, Chittick, you're going into the locker room now. What are you saying if you're both coaches?
If I'm Otsego, I'm not changing anything. If I'm Coach Deere, I'm going in and I'm telling them, hey, we're going to come out, we're going to play the same football we just played in that first half in the second half. If you're Eastwood, you got to look your guys in the eye and say, hey, we're only down 3 points. It's not panic time. We got to take care of the football, cut out the turnovers, and make a play. Someone has to step up and make a play. We've not seen too many big plays out of that big play run offense so far.
Game Night Live brought to you by Sampson Furniture. They have their biggest sale of the year going for Labor Day. They've got 12 months interest-deferred financing. They've got reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, and more, all on sale up to an additional 20% off right now. Great quality furniture at great prices. Hurry, the Labor Day sale ends soon at Sampson Furniture and Mattress. It is worth the drive to Genoa. All right, we're going to take a break. We will have the second half coming up for you in just a little bit.
Eastwood High School Eagle Marching Band. Tonight's halftime. You know an artist is talented when her remake of a song is just as successful as the original. Such is the case with Aretha Franklin's 1968 release of I Say a Little Prayer for You. The music was written in 1966 by Burt Bacharach for Dionne Warwick. We hope you enjoy the slightly Latin marching band version as much as Aretha's I Say a Little Prayer for You.
statistics in the first half. In the first down area, the Knights had 8 first downs, Eastwood 3. Rushing net yardage, the Eagles carried the ball 17 times for 61 yards. Otsego 14 carries for 75 yards. In the passing game, the Eagles were 1 of 2 for 3 yards. Knights 10 of 15 for 118 yards. Total offense, the Eagles ran 19 plays for 64 yards, and the Knights ran 29 plays for 193 yards. Top individual rusher for each team. For Otsego, Michael Gonzalez carried the ball 11 times, netting 45 yards. And for the Eagles, Gage Mutt, 5 carries for 37 yards. The only scoring in the game this far was a Devin Coon with 2:25 remaining in the first quarter. I'd like to remind fans that the completion of tonight's contest will ask that you exit the stadium. These are 3-2. Varsity football team will travel to Woodmore next Friday, September 11th for a 7.
All right, welcome back out to Eastwood High School.
A big reminder to parents in terms of
we are at halftime. 3-0 is the lead here for Otsego. Game Night Live brought to you by Sampson Furniture. They have their biggest sale of the year going on for Labor Day. They've got 12 months interest-deferred financing, reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, and more, all on sale for up to an additional 20% off. Great quality furniture, great prices. Hurry, the Labor Day sale ends soon at Sampson Furniture and Mattress. It is worth the drive to Genoa. 3-0 is the lead right now for Otsego over Eastwood. We'll give you some scores from around the area from our WTOL 11 News app. You can always find all these scores live inside our app. Cardinal Stritch leading Montpelier at the half 14-0. Genoa up 6-0 on Woodmore. Lake Flyers up 35-0 on Fostoria at halftime. Bowling Green leading Northview 14-7. That game in the second quarter. Clay Eagles up on Lima Senior down in Lima. A little bit of a surprise here. Perrysburg leading Anthony Wayne 13-3 at the half. Central Catholic and our WTOL Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Big Board Friday game of the week. Central Catholic leading St. John's 21-14. Christy Kopanis will be at that game. St. Francis leading Whitmer 17-0 in the second quarter. Whitmer on the verge of going to 0-2 potentially. Wasion up 27-0 on Swanton. Those are our scores from around the area. Of course, we'll have a full recap coming up tonight on Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Big Board Friday over on WTOL 11. Our Game Night Live broadcast here from Eastwood High School. Otsego up 3-0 at the break. Chittiga Harris, Jordan Strack with you for this game. Our first WTOL YouTube broadcast. Chittiga, you and I, we did a lot of games together back in the day at a different network, but it's good to be back. It feels nice to be covering football once again with you.
Yeah, we didn't know if we were going to have football this year, and I'm very
right.
glad that we did. They did make the decision to give us a chance, to give these young men a chance to come out and perform. There's nothing like Friday Night Lights. I've played on Saturdays. Well, I've watched from the sideline on Saturdays. So to come out and be able to, the band is playing, your families are here. You only have families here, parents and, immediate family. But the atmosphere is still the same. Be back up in there with the booth, in the booth with you, man. I appreciate this opportunity.
Yeah.
This is what I love doing.
And I would like to you have to give a full shout out here to all the Eastwood fans. They are complying and following the rules so well. The stands are all marked off for social distancing, and everybody has done a terrific job following, staying apart. All the kids asked was for a chance to be able to play, and they are getting to do that. And so far into week 2, things are going well, and that is a very good sign. Eastwood's going to get the football to start the second half, down by 3. When off of one of the up men, it's going to be recovered, and Eastwood will take over at their own 35-yard line.
That was a called kickoff. That was a called play. Toledo ran that in the MAC championship game in 2001 versus Marshall, and we recovered the football on the night that we won a MAC championship in 2001. That is a called play. He did that on purpose. Your goal is to catch the up men napping. They're turning and running. You want to hit them in the back with the football, run up and recover it. But you've given Eastwood now decent field position.
Pitch and a big run. It's going to be Ethan Kwiatkowski. He's going to pick up 10 on first down. He is close to the first down. They're going to give him first down yardage. They will move the chains.
Nice pickup on first down. That's the first time that you've seen Eastwood get a push to the second level from that offensive line. The back able to get downfield and pick up good yardage on first down.
Going to mark the ball right at the 46-yard line. McNulty under center. He will turn, he will hand off. It's Kwiatkowski. He will pick up about 3 on first down. Right near midfield, just shy of midfield. They'll spot that at about the 49-yard line is where the beanbag will go down.
Second down and 7.
You still got your entire playbook available to you here. Second down, and it's not too long.
Melty will pitch it to Kwiatkowski again. He's out over the 50. And it's going to be a third down and short, and this is exactly where Eastwood wants to be. If you're going to have a third down situation, they have to have it under 5 yards.
You're seeing that push now on consecutive downs. When you see offensive linemen running from 5 to 10 yards down the field, you're getting to that second level, you're getting a hat on the linebacker, and that ball carrier is going to be able to pick up good yardage.
10:35 to go here, third quarter. Third down and 3 is what we'll call it officially. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. Give it to the man in motion. That is Emmett Getz. He's got first down yardage before he's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a first down for Eastwood. They'll move the chains.
Simple handoff to the guy going in motion. Pay attention to the offensive linemen, the way that they're lined up. When you see them line up a good yard off of the ball, that's a good indication that they're going to pull and serve as a lead blocker on an outside run.
So it'll be first down, ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Mike Kwiatkowski in the backfield. Gets in motion. We're going to have a flag. It's going to be a false start against Eastwood. That's the one thing in this offense you can't do, is you can't take penalties like that on first down and set yourself up behind the chains like that.
Yeah, now you're off schedule. Now you've got to call a play on first down that you probably would not have called. Still, 1st and 15, we've seen them get a pretty good start to this half, moving the ball on the ground, so I wouldn't expect them to go too far off of plan his script here for the second half. But again, the procedure penalties, those mental penalties are the ones that hurt you.
McNulty going to throw here. He's got a man open. Andrew Arnson, he's got it down inside the 20-yard line. It'll be pulled down at the 19.
That's what happens when you start moving the football on the ground. You got 2 handoff fakes here, so they bite on the play action. The linebackers come flying up. The tight end on the backside, running a dig route, sits in the middle of the zone. The quarterback gets some space on the outside, delivers a strike to him for a first down.
Just inside the 20-yard line.
So they'll spot it at the 19. It'll be first down for Eastwood. For the first time, they have a real shot here. McNulty going to throw. It's Bruce out there. That is Case Bruce, the sophomore. With the catch, you can see he's got a bright future, the youngster Case Bruce.
Eastwood's they've had that matchup available to him on the outside the entire game. Otsego's been in a man-to-man coverage from the beginning of the ball game. That's the first time we've seen him exploited. Great route run by Bruce.
Hand it off. It's Kwiatkowski on the pitch. He is down to the 10-yard line. He is going to be just shy of that first down. So it'll be third down and about 1. And here's where you think Gage big number 45, might barrel one in there. You got a lot of options.
I was thinking the same thing you thought. Just put the ball in the gut, a big number 45.
Oh, they're going to put 45 up on the line here. Looks like. I'll check at the line.
See if they put him in motion.
It's going to be a straight handoff. It's Kwiatkowski. He's got the first down. It'll be first down and goal for Eastwood. This is their best chance of the night.
It's a straight dive play up the middle of the field that time. You put the ball in the gutter, your running back, your offensive line gets his push, and he picks up a first down. I like this drive. Really physical drive by Eastwood here, and they're mixing a little bit of play action as you saw with the big gain earlier in the drive.
Last week, Eastwood had 12 different ball carriers. 12 different guys carried the football in their big win over Fostoria. Now it's first down and goal. Handoff, it's going to be Kwiatkowski. He's inside the 5-yard line. This is what they do. They just chip away at you and eventually wear you down. It'll be second down from just inside the 5.
Second down and goal.
This is night and day compared to the first half.
Yes. In the first half, they only had 61 yards rushing, 64 yards of total offense.
This is your play action down here near the goal line.
McNulty going to pitch. It's going to be Kwiatkowski. He's hit right away.
Ethan Kwiatkowski to about the 2-yard line.
It's going to be third down and goal now.
Third down and goal.
I'm going to put that thing about the 2-yard line.
I'll tell you what, he's not the biggest.
Plays right here, basically.
Yeah, you do. You're going to try to punch this in for a touchdown. Not the biggest kid, but as you can see there, he runs hard. He runs with a good pad level, breaking a couple tackles and picking up extra yardage.
So we got third down and goal from the 2-yard line. Kwiatkowski behind him. It's been him mostly this drive. Now there's the handoff. It's Getz. Did he get in? No, they're going to mark him short. The near side official runs in and marks him short of the goal line down to inside the 1, and now it's going to be fourth down.
He just kind of got submarine there by his own guy. Good penetration by the defense there to get some push into the backfield, create a pile, make the back have to go over the top, and he kind of flipped forward, could not pick up the touchdown.
So here we go, fourth down and goal, under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
5-minute drive. You've thrown one pass. I think Eastwood has to punch this in.
McNulty under center. He will turn. He'll hand off. It's Getz. He marches into the end zone for a touchdown.
A 1-yard run for number 12, Emmett Getz.
Pulling lineman again, didn't really need him. The hole was gaping off the right side, off tackle. Gets into the end zone now. Eastwood finding pay dirt. They got their offense moving on the ground. That is their bread and butter. They're not going to be a team that's going to line up and throw the football 15 or 20 times a game. This is what you get when you watch Eastwood play.
Now the extra point. Connor Oberhaus. It is up. It is good. It's a 7-3 ball game. Eastwood is on the board. Whatever they said at halftime, it worked.
So Doherty got up close and personal with offensive linemen, lit a fire under those guys. Come out with a real physical drive in the first half. Now you got yourselves a football game. You went down the field, you got 6 points on the board. Special teams came on and did their thing, got the extra point. Otsego now has to come out and answer because you cannot afford to have a quick 3 and out here, put the ball back in Eastwood hands because they've got the confidence now that they did not have in the first half.
I want to give you an update from one of the other top games around the area. Perrysburg has taken a 20-3 lead on Anthony Wayne. Anthony Wayne has dominated the Northern Lakes League for the last couple years.
Date for the Knights are number 8, Devin.
They have given up more points tonight than they've given up in the last, I want to say, 2 years in a Northern Lakes League game.
Wow.
And the other top game of the night, Central Catholic and St. John's tied at 21. Here it is 7-3. Eastwood leading Otsego. 6:45 left to go here in the third quarter. Kick is away. Going back to field, that is Ryan Gray inside his own 5-yard line. Down that far sideline, he is tackled, and that is where Otsego will take over. So they had all that good feeling going into the half, and they had all that good feeling going into the half, and it was quickly wiped away by that long drive. How do you gain that momentum back? And there was a flag as well on the return. So they're going to have to start from deep inside their own territory. How does Eastwood gain that momentum back that they had going into the locker room, Chittiga?
Well, if you're Otsego, you come out and just keep doing what you did in the first half. You've got plenty of time left in this football game, a quarter and a half. Come out, run your offense the exact same way that you operated, with the exception of you got to get points when you get down near the goal line. You got to get points. 3 points isn't enough for the domination that they had in the first half.
3 wide receivers out to the left. Jirwa back to pass. Over the middle. Noah Jirwa. It's caught. And it comes out, but they're going to say he caught it and he was down. They're going to mark that ball out over the 25-yard line. A big play on first down when you're backed up against your own end zone. That's a huge play on first down.
Again, going to his brother. He put that ball right on the money. I'm impressed by his kid's ability to throw the football. That was a great throw. He's got time in the pocket, sets his feet. Mechanics are good, delivered a strike.
Last week he was 9 of 17, 136 yards and 3 touchdowns. Here, another man open. Braden Timko all over the 40, another first down.
The connection he has with his receivers, again, another RPO play. He could have kept that ball into the running back's gut there. The receivers stopped in the hole in the zone. They found the pockets now in the zone defense of Eastwood, and they're picking them apart.
In the gun again. Thought maybe they had a man jump. We'll go check. We mentioned Joseph Jirwa and his baseball background. A left-handed pitcher already throwing 86 miles an hour just in his junior year. That will certainly have the attention of D1 coaches. Catch over the middle. It's Hellberg. He didn't drop this one. He's down inside the 20. Another big play. Chase Hellberg, the tight end. And we've got a flag down in the backfield. It looks like this thing's coming back. It's going to be a hold against Otsego. So wipe away that huge gain.
Huge penalty here to take away the big gain. But I'm going to go back to the play. I'm impressed with the route combinations they're putting together now. You've got a cover 3, that deep corner, he's got to make a decision because that inside guy is running a corner route. The outside guy is going to the post. He picks wrong. He takes a false step. Jira drops the ball in there. on the deep ball to the corner route.
5:49 left to go here in the third quarter.
It'll be first down and 20.
It'll be first and 20 now after the penalty. Joseph Jirwa over there talking with the head coach, Matt Jirwa, his dad. And now Otsego behind the chains. They have come out firing here to start the second half, and it's going to be 5 wide receivers, nobody in the backfield. And now they will motion a man. And the pass is going to come to the near side. Ryan Gray, he cuts it up. He's over the 40. They get almost all of the penalty yardage back, but it'll be second down. Well, they gain about 8, so second down and 12.
23, that's like They gain 7 on the play. Second down and 13.
You get a fake jet sweep look here, and you throw the screen, kind of a bubble screen, to your receiver on the outside. The goal is to get to the perimeter. You want to get to the sideline and get up the field. Able to pick up 7 yards. 5 wide, 4 wide again. One back on his hip.
It's second and 13. Handoff inside to Gonzalez. That is blown up right away. 63 Cole Kiefer was the first man in there. Shuffled in on that defensive line. That's a huge play on second down and long. And Gonzalez once again is down again. They are without their starting running back Trent Leiter, who was out 2 weeks for violating team rules. And now Michael Gonzalez, who is one of their best players on both sides of the football, hoping that that's a cramp.
That's the first run that they've called since they came out in the second half. And Eastwood had it dialed up. Got penetration in the backfield, and we hope this young man's okay. He looks like he's pretty shaken up. But again, I like what they're doing on offense. Although, they're trying to mix in a little bit of run because you don't want to be predictable. Defense can tend to pin their ears back now and just come after your quarterback.
Still looking at Michael Gonzalez. It looks like that left leg. It'll be third down and 15, 4:39 to go here in the third quarter. Eastwood leading Otsego 7-3. Gonzalez sitting up, which is a good sign. And he is going to get up, and looks like he's going to make it off the field under his own power, which is a really good sign, especially if you're Otsego. You really need number 22.
You absolutely do. You're your most experienced ball carrier that you have left on the team. You don't have your star running back who's out.
Yep. Of course, Game Night Live brought to you by Sampson Furniture. They have the biggest sale of the year going right now for Labor Day. You got 12 months interest-deferred financing, reclining sofas, love seats, and essentials, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, and more, all on sale up to an additional 20% off. Great quality furniture at great prices. Hurry, the Labor Day sale ends soon at Sampson Furniture and Mattress. It's worth the drive to Genoa. Here's the third down play. Jirwa rolling, stopping, throwing. He's got his man. It's at the 50. He's going to be 1 yard short, but there's a flag in. I think it's going to be a face mask, and that should be a first down for Otsego.
Again, more space in the middle of the field there. They give that same look that they ran earlier with the screen. And you're going to see the penalty right there on the way down. Didn't have a clear look, but you and I both kind of diagnosed it from up here. That's all it really could be at that point.
At that point where they threw the flag, that's about the only thing that was left. So a huge play. And again, Jirwa with his feet extending a play and making something happen.
Well, what they're doing now, they're putting pressure on the safety. The safety, that deep safety in the cover three's got to make the decision which receiver he's going to help. The corner, which receiver he's going to help on. The corners have to stay in their zone. The one time the corner did not stay in his zone and he went with the guy that went to the middle of the field, he got burned.
Jirwa play action. He's got his man inside the 25. That's going to be close to another first down, and it will be another first down. That was Braden Timko once again. We mentioned the relationship with those receivers. He's got his brother Noah. He's got his running back Michael Gonzalez, and then Braden Timko. They are all very, very close. First down, ball going to be spotted at the 20-yard line.
Man-to-man on the bottom of the screen.
Going to Timko. It is caught for a touchdown. A 20-yard strike from Jirwa to Timko. And Otsego is back in the lead.
That time they disguised the coverage a little bit. You got man-to-man on the bottom of your screen there, one-on-one coverage, and he just simply got beat. A great ball thrown in there by Jira. And you look at Boost there, he had the coverage, but a great job of concentration by the receiver to make the catch for a touchdown. And that is the answer you want if you're Otsego. Look at that ball again. Wow, just late getting the handover. He had the coverage.
Just an outstanding throw. And a good job of diagnosing the coverage there.
Yeah, give Timko some credit there for making that catch under pressure like that. You got a defensive back in your face, it can be kind of difficult.
Extra point is up and good. It is a 10-7 Otsego lead with 3:47 left to go in the third. Our first Game Night Live broadcast. And Chico, we have a good one shaping up here in the second half.
If you're Eastwood now, you're going to get the football back. You're going right back to your bread and butter. Otsego answered. You now know that you're in a dogfight for the rest of this football game. Otsego came out and did exactly what they do. They changed up the formations. They changed up the play calling. They put a lot of pressure on the defensive backs there with the route combinations, making the safety make a decision. Which receiver are you going to go help on? You pick wrong, we're going to pick you apart. You guys drop too deep and that linebacker doesn't get depth. I'm going to sit my guy right in the middle. He's going to show me his numbers and I'm going to throw a dart in there. So now if you're Eastwood, you got to answer.
So 3:47 left to go here in the third quarter. It is a 10-7 Otsego lead. We'll see what kind of response Eastwood has now. They showed some fight coming out in the second half, and then Otsego to come back and answer a score for us with a score. Very impressive. Squib kick again. It's going to be picked up there and out over the 40. It's going to be great field position for Eastwood. And the pile is still moving. There's Isaac Cherry on the return. Just kept the legs moving, and he's out over across almost to midfield.
You look at number 3 coming out of that pile there, you're not looking at a very big guy.
Yeah.
You're not looking at a very big guy, but again, keeping those legs moving, not quitting until you hear the whistle. You got the football at the 48-yard line now, a short field.
Eagles ball at your own 48.
So we'll see what Eastwood has. McNulty going to turn and hand off. It's Kwiatkowski. And he is stopped after a gain of about 1 yard. It looks like they're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable turning and handing to 14. He seems to be the guy that's getting most of the carries right now.
Yeah, he carried the load. He didn't score the touchdown on the last drive, but he carried the load. He got the majority of the work on the last drive. But good job up front there by Otsego, getting a push from that defensive line. If you can control the point of attack against a team like Eastwood, you're going to have a shot at stopping that run.
Haven't had a chance to mention 65, Cade Lyons. He's in there playing that nose right now. All league, both sides of the ball last year. Here's Emmett Getz. He is out across midfield. He is close to first down yardage, and it looks like he's got it. They're going to move the chains just enough.
Ball at the Knights 41.
And now you see, this is the way that Eastwood would beat you last year. They had Pickrell, they had Rayford, they had a couple guys back there. They'd beat you with multiple guys. And right now, starting to wear them down maybe just a little bit. Ball's going to go with the 41-yard line, first down. McNulty going to throw. He's got Mike open. He's got 2 men open. It's Kwiatkowski. He's got it. He cuts back inside. He's got first down yardage inside the 30-yard line.
Excellent play call. Excellent play design. The backside guard pulled. He goes around the right side. All of the motion of the play is going that way. You sneak 2 receivers out. 1 in the flat, 1 at the second level. You take your pick who you're going to throw the football to. He chose a safe throw, able to pick up a big gain.
So another first down, ball at the 29-yard line. 2:36 left to go here, third quarter. Clock moving. McNulty going to throw again. He's got a man. It's Boos, and it's dropped. He had Boos open down inside the 5. How about back-to-back passing plays?
That's something you don't see very often, and Boos has made some big plays tonight for this team. That one just got away from him a little bit. The quarterback put it right where he can run underneath it and just off his fingertips.
So it'll be second down. They'll go back to the ground game. It's Kwiatkowski. He breaks one for a moment. He's close to another first down. The official right at that 20-yard line, and we'll see where they spot him. Just shy, it looks like. It'll be third down and about 1.
Third down and along 1.
Yeah, so third down and 1 from the 20-yard line. Under 2 to go here, third quarter. McNulty under center. He will hand it off to Gage Might. He has the first down, a little bit more, and will move the chains again.
On the first down carry. Pulled down by number 7, Noah Jordan, and number 20, Braden Timko.
Gage Might, his first real big carry of the night.
At the Otsego 15.
He'll be down to the 15-yard line.
That's a big guy.
Yeah.
It's a big guy to be trying to tackle as you're being worn on and laid on by that offensive lineman more and more in the game. And you got a guy that size coming at you running full speed.
We're going to have a motion penalty there. It'll be a false start.
The legal procedure. Eagles moving up first down at 15.
So this is what we were talking about earlier, is those first down penalties is really a killer when you move back to a 1st and 15 in this offense.
Well, it can really hurt you when you're a team that typically you don't throw the football very much. We've seen them have a little bit of success here on this drive, but you start getting those first down penalties, at some point it's going to come back to bite you.
Going to throw again. Looking to the end zone, but it is incomplete. Thought it was going to be picked off. It was Noah Jirwa down there, and that ball falls incomplete. He was looking for Andrew Arnson, but Noah Jirwa did a good job stepping in there. Was not able to hold on to it as he came down, though.
McNulty got away with one right there. That football should not have been thrown. You've got the option to run, tuck the ball, pick up whatever yardage you can, and get on the ground and go to the next play. No reason for him to throw that football. I get it, he's trying to make a play, but you shouldn't have thrown that ball.
Jared McNulty had no interceptions last year until week 12. Handoff inside. It's going to be Getz. Pick up a couple, but it'll be third down at about 10.
This Otsego defense is still flying the ball. Gonzalez, number 22, is back in there, and he's getting up from the bottom of the pile.
Third down and 9.
So 3rd and 9, ball at the 14-yard line. 50 seconds left to go here, second quarter, clock moving. McNulty going to throw it again. Throws it out to Boos. He is close to first down territory, but he's brought down just short. So now it's going to be decision time for Craig Rutherford. Does he want to tie this up with a field goal, or does he go for it here on 4th down and short?
That's a play designed to give your playmaker an opportunity in space.
They're going to
one-on-one coverage against Timko. They've been playing man-to-man the entire game. He runs just up, looks like a hitch route, turns around, shows the quarterback his numbers, catches the football. Timko comes up and makes a sure tackle to prevent him from getting any yards after the catch.
25-yard field goal.
Connor Oberhaus will come in and try for the field goal. Clock ticking down. The clock was at 0. They're going to let it go off, though. The kick is up, and it is no good. The field goal is no good from Connor Oberhaus. It was just wide left, and Otsego has to be feeling really good about themselves.
To get a stop after that long drive. The penalty, again, it came back to bite them. That 5 yards that they gave up on first down with the procedure penalty came back to bite them. Good hold. he got a good leg and plenty of distance on it. He just put it wide.
So that is the end of the third quarter. Otsego, a 10-7 lead over Eastwood. Game Night Live brought to you by Sampson Furniture. They have their biggest sale of the year going for Labor Day. They've got 12 months interest-deferred financing, reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, and more, all on sale up to an additional 20% off. Good quality furniture at great prices. Hurry though, the Labor Day sale ends soon at Sampson Furniture and Mattress. It is worth the drive to Genoa. Just an absolutely huge turn of events. Otsego, as we mentioned, they have not beat Eastwood since 2006. Matt Giroux, the Otsego head coach, was the offensive coordinator at the time. He said he remembered that game so well, sitting up in the booth that game. And now you go to the fourth quarter, you're leading a team that has been the cream of the crop in the Northern Buckeye, and you have to be feeling good right now. See if they stay aggressive. Giroux with a throw on first down. A pump fake. He's going up top to Timko, and it's dropped. Timko dropped it. We have seen a few big drops on both sides now.
The double move.
Oh.
As a defensive back, if you stop your feet, you're cooked. That's what happened to Boost on that play. Timko with a double move gets wide open, and he just let the football get away from him.
So second down and 10. Ball at their own 20-yard line. Giroux calls it out. They're going to look to the sideline. We got a flag, and we're going to have a false start. I think there was some movement by the receiver up top. Noah Giroux, I believe, moved a little bit.
This individual matchup between Timko and Boost has been going on all night long. Boost got beat on the touchdown on the last offensive drive for Otsego, but he was there. He had great coverage. Boost made a catch on the previous drive by Eastwood, and Timko came up and made a sure tackle. That's going to be a one-on-one battle to watch. Man-to-man down here again at the bottom of your screen.
Chair with a throw. It's high. He had his man wide open. He was looking for Gonzalez on the check down there, but he threw it just a little bit high, so that's going to bring up third down. I wondered if Otsego would stay aggressive with the lead, or would they try to bleed a little bit of clock, but they have stayed aggressive. They've come out throwing on first and second down.
You got to keep going to what works. They're not able to run the football. Gonzalez has had just a little bit of daylight on maybe a couple of plays here. Otherwise, this Eastwood defensive line has done a great job of bottling up the running game. You stay aggressive. You stick with what has been working for you to move the ball down the field. But now you're in a long down and distance situation on 3rd and 15.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd down and 15. Giroux drops back, looking for Timko. He's got it! A diving catch. He dropped the big one on first down. He makes a huge catch on 3rd down to extend the drive.
The route combinations again. Timko's lined up at the bottom of the screen. He runs a skinny post. The inside, the number 2 receiver there runs a wheel route on the outside. The corner's got that locked down. Timko timed his route perfectly. Safety's just a little bit late and too shallow getting there. Makes a great diving catch.
They stay aggressive. Just keep swinging at it. The safety was coming over the top. I wondered if a big hit was coming, but Timko stands in there, and they're going to throw again on first down. Going up top, he wants Giroux, his brother, and we're going to get a pass interference. I don't know which way this is going. The DB, Boost, is asking for it on offense. It's going to be a pass interference on Boost. It's going to go against the defense.
That's a 50-50 call. That's a no call in my opinion. You let that go. Both guys are trying to make a play on the ball. Boost, again, with great coverage, and he's actually calling for a hold, a tug on his jersey. Yes. That's a 50-50 call. That's a no call in my opinion.
Now we got another penalty going against Craig Rutherford, the head coach from Eastwood. He's going to get a penalty. He was out on the field screaming at the official. He was not happy, and it's going to be another penalty against Eastwood. They had a sideline warning earlier.
Sideline warning against Eastwood.
That is their second one of the game. So this ball is just going to keep moving. They are going to mark this at the 43-yard line. What did I say? Would Otsego come out and stay aggressive? They have, and it has paid off. This is what they do.
The 4 and 5 wide receiver sets are giving a lot of trouble to the secondary. You got Booz man-on-man at the bottom of your screen. Even if you're playing cover 3, you're still man-on-man with that guy going deep into your zone. So far, now they changed up formations again.
Kuhn will go in motion. Jirwa going to go play action. He's going to run this one. He's going to slide down. I think he's just shy of the first down, but he picks up about 9. Well, it's going to be really close where they mark him. I think he's just short. It'll be second down and about 1.
Heady play there, getting downfield and getting a stop. But I think if he throws that ball to the guy in motion in the flat there, he gets that ball out right away. He picks up a good chunk of yardage, probably a first down. Made a smart decision, got down after he got downfield to pick up some good yardage.
3 men in the backfield. Kuhn will motion out. Jirwa gets a snap. He hands it off to Gonzalez. Bobbled it for a second. He is inside the 30. It's going to be a first down for Otsego. They'll move the chains again.
Nice play call, nice play design. Inside handoff there with a little bit of delay because they're expecting potentially a pass there. Gonzalez getting upfield, picking up a first down. Keep the sticks moving, keep the clock moving.
Of course, if you're watching us live on our WTOL YouTube page, we will have Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Big Board Friday coming your way tonight at 11:12-ish on WTOL. We will be doing it live right here from Freedom Field at Eastwood High School. It is first down from the 29-yard line. Clock moving down. 10-10 left to go in the fourth. Jirwa, play action. He's rolling. He's going to dump it off to his short receiver, and we've got a flag down. I believe this is going to be an ineligible man downfield. Normally, on a play like this, that's exactly what it's going to be. On a play like this where it gets extended, those offensive linemen, it's so hard for them to just stay back. It's almost impossible to ask.
That's going to be on number 65 for Otsego. They're getting a little bit too far downfield. Cade Limes.
Yeah, that is their all-league offensive and defensive lineman, Cade Limes.
He was trying to finish off a block is what he's doing, and he's pushed his guy downfield. You got to remember, if you're pass blocking, that's why they teach them that slide. I'm not going to mimic it right now before I hurt myself.
Yeah, careful. You're getting older now.
Hey, cut it out. Stop it.
You still look good. You could still play.
The look is everything there. The still play part, I don't think so.
So that's a huge play. It's going to move them back. It'll be first down and 15. Hand it off inside. Gonzalez has a ton of room. He picks up a huge chunk on first down. Picked up about 13.
Great play call. Great play call there on the inside handoff. RPO again, run pass option. He makes the right decision, leaves the ball in Gonzalez's gut, finds a hole, and picks up 10 huge yards, bringing up a second and short. You just ran the ball very well. Pretty good down here to call play action.
Through 3 quarters, Otsego had gained 281 yards to 181 from Eastwood. They had 208 of those came through the air for Joseph Jirwa. Second down and 2. Jirwa got to pull it down and keep it. He's got some room and a first down.
I want you to pay attention to the very beginning of this play before the ball was snapped. Jirwa directing traffic. You won't see it on the replay, but he directed traffic a little bit. His number 2 receiver, the receiver closest to him, he pushed him out just an extra couple of yards to bring that defensive back with him to create the space that he was able to run into there to pick up that first down.
Very good observation there, Chittiga. So it's first down, the ball at the 13-yard line. Clock under 9 minutes to go in the fourth.
You got to think about sending some pressure if you're Eastwood.
Jirwa looking to throw. He's got a man open. It's Kuhn. It's a touchdown for Otsego.
Wide open. It looks similar to the play they tried to run earlier in the game with the rub route. That time he's able to get to the corner wide open. The defensive back went with the outside receiver who went to the inside. No help on the outside. Easy throw and catch. I'll tell you what, Jirwa scrambling to his right, a left-handed quarterback. That's not an easy throw, and he is slanging that football.
Could this be the day the streak ends? Otsego will have a 2-score lead with 8:44 left to go. Extra point is up. It is good. It is 17-7.
Otsego 17. Eastwood.
Otsego has the lead.
The Knights scoring drive.
Want to remind you, Game Night Live, brought to you by Samson Furniture. They have their biggest sale of the year going for Labor Day. They've got 12 months interest-deferred financing, reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, and more. All on sale up to an additional 20% off. Great quality furniture, great prices. Hurry, though. The Labor Day sale ends soon at Samson Furniture and Mattress. It is worth the drive to Genoa. And that was a big drive for the Otsego Knights. And when you look at Eastwood, this is not a team that is built to come back in a short amount of time.
You're going to have to go into that playbook now. You're down 2 scores. If you're getting the football here, you got 8 minutes and 44 seconds left. Plenty of time left in this game, but it's not their style of play to get the ball down the field quickly with this running game. They're going to have to string together some good chunk plays here if they're going to be able to come back from this 2-score deficit. And at the same time, you got to keep Otsego off the board.
Absolutely. That might be the tougher part right now. This Otsego team their offense has been outstanding tonight.
They give you so many different looks.
Yeah,
so many different looks. And when you got an experienced quarterback with a strong arm, and I'm impressed with his ability to read the mismatches and find the holes in this defense.
Another squib kick to an up man. It's going to be Andrew Arnson on the return.
The Eagles with number 3, Andrew Arnson.
So they will take over. Ball's going to go at the 38-yard line. I want to give a shout out to our crew. We have never done this at WTOL. We haven't done a live high school football broadcast. We've been trying something brand new for the first time, and so many people have been able to make this thing happen. First down carry goes to Kwiatkowski. Jay Shell, our engineer. We've got Joe Weaver, Nick Delwich, Steve Rodejev, Troy Poling. So many people behind the scenes trying to make this thing happen. When we saw the opportunity to do some live high school football, because we understood that a lot of people just weren't going to be able to get into stadiums this year, we saw it as an opportunity for us to be able to bring you some live high school football, and we are loving doing it right here so far. Kwiatkowski on the pitch. He's going to get hit from behind, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long.
Devin Kuhn made that play. Got into the backfield.
He just caught the touchdown, and now he comes out and makes a play on the other
got
end.
into the backfield, defeated the block at the point of attack. That was the most impressive part of that play. Got into the backfield, made first contact with the ball carrier, and then Gonzalez came over to clean it up. I'll tell you what, we've called Gonzalez's name a lot tonight on defense.
So 3rd down and long. McNulty back to pass. Throwing. He's got Boost over the middle. It's complete for a 1st down. This kid is going to be special. Case Boost, just a sophomore.
Inside release by Boost. Gets up the field. What coaches used to say, coming back down the stem on the curl route. Sticks a foot in the ground, gets back downhill a couple of yards, shows his numbers to his quarterback. Quarterback delivers a strike.
Boost is going to be a guy they're going to have to find more touches for somehow. Hand it off. It's Gage Might. He's hitting the backfield for a loss.
Kuhn again getting into the backfield. Yeah. Good job shooting the gap from that linebacker position. Again, he's not the biggest guy. And their defense, these linebackers are flying. Let's give some credit to the defensive line, because your linebackers are not making plays in the backfield if the defensive line are not holding the point of attack.
So 2nd and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Kwiatkowski gets a pitch. There's a flag down on the play. Kwiatkowski down the sideline. He didn't step out of bounds. He'll get it inside the 15, but we'll have to wait and see what the flag was for.
I think it's going to be a motion penalty here, illegal formation. They may not have had enough men on the line of scrimmage.
An illegal shift.
Yep, motion penalty.
So that's going to bring back a huge gain, a big mistake
Second down.
And he raises
15.
a
Ball arrested.
big gain.
They had a huge penalty on their previous drive.
Yeah.
The previous drive, their procedure penalty, and then now you get essentially another procedure penalty. 2 guys moving at the snap of the ball.
Yeah. McNulty's going to throw. Look out! Come on, that's 42. That is Blake Steele.
42.
A huge sack.
Unblocked coming off the edge. Someone missed an assignment there. He just came completely clean, completely unblocked, and did exactly what an unblocked guy is going to do. He's going to sack your quarterback. And now you're talking about a 3rd and 23 situation for a team that is not a passing team.
Yeah. 6:16 and the clock is moving. Left to go here in the 4th quarter.
Dialed up the pressure that time on the outside. Stand up defensive end.
McNulty going to pass again. The pressure's coming again, and he's sacked again. Cade Limes, the first man there, along with 42 again. It's Blake Steele. Back-to-back plays. And Eastwood is going to have to punt down 2 scores under 6 minutes to go.
There's nothing that quarterbacks hate more than pressure right in their face. Limes beat his man at the point of attack, gets in the quarterback's face, makes first contact, and then his teammates come and clean it up.
The punt is away, and they're going to let it roll.
Offense punt is touchdown at the Otsego 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Knights.
Well, Otsego's defense there, stepping up, getting a stop, but Eastwood killed themselves with penalties. You get a penalty on a huge play where you pick up a first down, you're down near the red zone, march it back, 2 straight huge defensive plays by the Otsego defense. 2 sacks, get you out of any range to pick up a first down.
We talk so much about the Otsego offense. Their defense has been unbelievable tonight.
These guys have been flying around from the time this game kicked off, and we mentioned in the first half, their defense is going to have to stand tall tonight if they were going to win this football game.
If ever there was a time to now run the football if you're Otsego, this is the time. They hand it off to Michael Gonzalez. He picks up 7 or 8 on first down, and he's once again slow to get up.
Well, he's going to be slow to get up tomorrow morning, too, because he's played a heck of a football game, both offensively and defensively. There's been a couple of times now you've seen him slow to get up, and then the previous defensive series, making a couple of plays at the point of attack from that linebacker position. You ever been in an ice bath?
I have not. I refuse. No.
Okay, the first 30 seconds or so are the worst feeling you'll ever have in your life. He's going to need one.
2nd down and about 3. Here we're going to let that play clock run down. Hand it off. He's hitting the backfield. A big loss. 63. Cole Kiefer, the first man in there for Eastwood, rather. Eastwood will take their first time out with 4:33 left to go here in the 4th. And this is a big 3rd down. If you're Eastwood, you absolutely must get off the field on this play.
You got to, if they don't get off the field on this play and you got 3 more downs, you got 2 timeouts left, you can essentially just start to burn out the clock.
Yeah, and you need 2 scores.
Yeah, just burn out. You need to score twice.
Yes.
Okay, so they need to get off the field here. They need to gonna probably call a timeout, because if I'm Otsego, there's no way that football is going in the air.
Now that's my question for you here. If you're Otsego, you throw the football. They've been aggressive all night long. You've got 3rd down and 6. Do you put the trust in your quarterback, Joseph Giroux, let him make a play, or do you run the football, force them to take a timeout?
I run the football. I force them to take that timeout. Now you got 1 timeout left, and you need to score twice. Your offense is not capable of slinging the football down the field like Otsego is. If I'm Otsego, I trust my defense. They just played lights out. They played lights out the entire game.
Yeah.
I trust them to come back out and get another stop. And if they don't get a stop, you've got a now onside kick, hope to recover it, march down the field again.
I think the way Otsego's defense is played is a very good point. They're going to put Kuhn and Gonzalez in the backfield along with Giroux. 3rd down and 6. Kuhn in motion. It's going to be a keeper. We got a whistle, though, before the play. and it was a timeout called by Otsego. Matt Giroux wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page real quick. I want to give you a scoring update from across the area. Our top game tonight on Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Big Board Friday on WTOL 11. St. John's leading Central Catholic 28-21. 8:12 left to go in the third quarter of that game. And Perrysburg leading Anthony Wayne 27-10 in the fourth quarter. Anthony Wayne actually just scored to make it a 27-17 game, but that is getting late in that ball game. Anthony Wayne, a long NLL winning streak on the line out in White House in that football game.
Hey, Perrysburg's got something special cooking over there this year.
Yeah,
they got something special. That's probably your best Perrysburg team you've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, it's the best team for sure they've had in a few years. Got everybody back healthy.
And that's a massive result down there on Cherry Street.
Yeah, right now, it's still a lot of time to go. Central Catholic is driving, and they're down by 7. Still third quarter of that ball game. Here, a massive 3rd down and 6. Kuhn in motion. Giroux will roll. They're going to let him throw. Giroux wide open, and it's dropped again. It was Braden Timko. That would have salted the game away.
Timko's made some huge plays in this football game, catching a touchdown pass, making some big plays on defense. But he's also had 2 very big drops, and that drop right there could not have come at a worse time, because that clock is stopped now at 4:28, and you've got to kick the ball away to Case Booth.
Otsego, they had the faith in their junior quarterback, Joseph Giroux. He is their star quarterback.
He put the ball on the money.
And he made a great read and a great throw.
He had an RPO there, run-pass option again.
Now they're gonna punt it away. 4:28 to go. He takes his time. Drops it away, an angled kick to keep it away from Booth. Don't even bother touching it there if you're Otsego. Just let that clock keep going. Clock will tick down to 4:18, and that is where Eastwood will take over. They need 2 scores in the next 4:18.
If you're Eastwood and you're looking at this clock, 2 timeouts left, I think they need to score before that clock goes under 3 minutes if they're going to have the shot to call their 2 timeouts if Otsego's going to run that clock and keep the ball on the ground the rest of the game. I guarantee you after that incompletion, that ball's not going in the air anymore.
Handoff inside. Quick tackle there. It's going to be a short one. They're going to have to run back to the line here. We're going to get, there's a man down on the field. And we're going to get an injury timeout there.
Gage Might has played
is that Gage Might, 45, that's down?
a very good football game tonight. I like that last name, Might.
Might. For a big, strong kid like that, too? Yeah, it's perfect. Right now, hoping he's okay. Attending to him, but there's 4:07 left to go. Interesting call on 1st down. But that's what Eastwood does. They run the football, and there still is a little bit of time, but you have to move at a quicker pace.
Well, you don't want to become, I guess, predictable here, but in a sense, you kind of have to.
Mm-hmm.
You got to trust your guys to put the football in the air. You've got 2 quarterbacks back there that you trust who've been rotating in this game. But your running game right now is not designed to break off huge chunks. It's designed to be physical, pick up 6 yards, pick up 6 yards, pick up 8 yards, and march the ball down the field like we saw the opening drive of the second half. They're not in a position to be able to do that right now.
And now Gage Might is being helped off the field, and he is in what looks like a lot of pain. Tough loss for them right now, but they're going to have to try to regroup.
You got to have a next man up.
Yeah,
you got to have a next man up mentality here. Game is on the line.
So Might is helped off the field. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Man in motion. Going to be a handoff. And knocked down there. It was Isaac Cherry on the carry. That Otsego defense, though, stringing it out. And now you have to act with a sense of urgency here. Under 4 minutes to go, down by 10. And it's 3rd down and 8. Most importantly, you have to pick up the 1st down.
Blake Steele's not going to get credit for making that tackle, but he played with great leverage, and that's what forced the ball back inside to Gonzalez.
87, Austin Fry had one catch last week, his first catch of the night here, and I think he's going to be marked just short. No, they're going to move the chains. They are going to move the chains. It's enough for a first down. So 3:31 to go. The clock will start once they get that ball set. And there goes the clock. First down and 10. Ball at the 38-yard line. Eastwood has to move with a little sense of urgency here. McNulty in the gun. Something they very rarely do. Throw it out to Boost. Great move there. Sticks his foot in the ground. He's got about 10 yards on first down. He's out here to the 50, and it's going to be, I think, just a little bit short of that first down marker.
Just took a 5-yard out there. Boost lined up in the slot, sticks the foot in the ground, gets that head around, picks up some good yardage.
Under 3 to go. McNulty going to throw it up, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Arnson, who is streaking down the field. 2:48 to go now. Third down and 1 coming up.
Third down and 1.
He got pressure right in his face again. He just had to throw that football up there and hope that his guy could come down on it, trying to get the post route double covered.
2:48 left to go. Third down and 1 coming up. Snap is fumbled. So now it's fourth down. You have to get up and you have to run a play quick.
That's the second time we've seen an exchange fumble tonight.
2:37 and counting. It's fourth down. McNulty, the snap. He hands it off. And that is going to be close. I think it's enough for a first down. The official moved right to the 49-yard line. And that is exactly where they needed to go. So it will be a first down for Eastwood, 2:22 to go. The clock will start once they spot it. A good spot for Eastwood.
That was close.
Very close. McNulty in the gun. Looking to pass. Kwiatkowski is hit. The ball is loose. Are they going to go on a catch and a fumble?
That's an incomplete pass.
I thought for sure it was an incomplete pass. No official has made a call yet. They're going to discuss it. I thought that was an incompletion.
The first thing that needs to happen right now, McNulty needs to walk over,
get the play
to his receiver and apologize. You do not throw that football late at all. Good read by the defensive back to get up there and lay a big shot on that receiver, but you can't throw that ball late. That ball's got to come out immediately to give him an opportunity to get downfield. You're going to take a look at it here. Just a half a second too late throwing that football.
That's an incomplete pass.
That's an incomplete pass all the way. I don't know why there's even a discussion.
Yeah, that's got to be an incomplete pass.
But that football needed to come out on the bounce. 3-step drop. 1, 2, 3, ball's coming out. He threw it a little bit late.
Officials make the right decision. They get together. What a great job by that officiating crew. They get together. They make the right call. So 2:08 to go now. Ball at the 49-yard line. Second down and 10. Eastwood is up to the line. The clock will start.
They're fighting against the clock here, too. Well, it's an incomplete pass. It'll start on the snap.
On the incomplete pass. McNulty gets pressured. He's rolling, he's throwing, he gets crushed as he throws it, and it is complete, but there's a flag down on the sideline. McNulty took a huge shot.
Isaac Cherry made the catch, but he pushed off. A pretty obvious push off from up here. I can see it across the sideline. Just to create a little bit of space.
McNulty takes a shot right as he throws this football.
Right there. Coaches will tell you, you got alligator arms that. You got to use your T-Rex arms if you're going to push off right there. Not that I've ever gotten away with that before.
Did you get away with that a couple times?
Can neither confirm nor deny. But you got to T-Rex arm that push. You can't extend the arms. Once you extend the arms, they're going to call that every single time.
So the ineligible man downfield as well, that was declined. The offensive pass interference will be accepted. 2:01 to go. Otsego getting closer. They have to be feeling it right now. They have not beat Eastwood since 2006. This has been the premier team in the Northern Buckeye the last few years. Second down and 25. Ball moved back to the 34 now with 2:01 to go. And another whistle. And they wanted to make sure they had the yard marker right. It is second down. 2nd and 25.
34-yard line.
McNulty in the gun. He's going to hand it off on 2nd down and 25. He's tackled. And the clock will tick.
Well, you're trying to catch the defense napping there, and you call a play to, just to try to pick up some yardage. But if you're looking at the Otsego defense right now, you see a lot of clean shirts in the game, a lot of substituting going on now at this point in the game. So they got fresh bodies in there against this offense.
McNulty rolling. It's completed, but it's Austin Fry with the catch. He's out over the 45, but he is well short. It's going to bring up 4th down. The game will come down to this. It is going to be 4th down and about 13.
4th down and 13.
They have to move quickly. 113, 112.
Keep your eyes on number 1 for Eastwood.
Pressure coming, and it's Cade Limes, their superstar defensive lineman, that comes through, and that is going to do it. He was all league on both sides of the football. He was unbelievable. Last week on film, he looked like the best player on the field. And that right there is a lot of years of hurt being erased.
Big players make big plays in the biggest games, and for them, this is about as big a game as they come.
Otsego had to call a timeout because everybody was just celebrating. They weren't ready to go out and play. There are some hugs going on that sideline right now.
Taking a look over there, I don't see anybody getting a Gatorade ready. It seems like it's about time for a Gatorade bath there for Coach Giro. Huge win for this program.
Absolutely massive win for Otsego here tonight. Eastwood was the preseason favorite in the Northern Buckeye. Otsego picked 3rd in the preseason polls. This will be the biggest win for them in a long time. 1:05 left to go. They're just going to have to run it a couple times and get out of here. Or go into the victory formation. That's what they're going to do.
That's the most beautiful formation in football.
Joseph Giro will take one knee. We have one timeout to get rid of here for Eastwood. I'm sorry, Eastwood has 2.
They're calling them.
Eastwood has 1 left now. So they're going to take one more knee, and then there will be another timeout, and then they'll try to run this thing out. If you're Otsego, and you know going in, these kids all talked about it the entire week. We had them on our newscast on Monday talking about how they have never beat Eastwood. They didn't know what the feeling was like. They have been playing football since 7th grade, and it just never happened for these seniors. All those years, what is this moment like right now for Matt Giroux and his team on that sideline?
Well, I want you to think about it this way. There are a couple freshmen who are dressed for Otsego who weren't alive the last time that they beat Eastwood. Yeah. So think about that for a minute. All they've known is losing to this team year in and year out. For Coach Giro, he's not beating them as a head coach. Comes in here now with his son playing quarterback, playing a heck of a quarterback position.
His other son that playing wide receiver and safety.
Your 2 biggest playmakers.
Yeah.
And they come out here and they exercise these demons. They get a big win. And, for all intents and purposes, with the exception of short periods, they dominated this football game.
Absolutely.
You'd expect more points on the board. Hats off to Eastwood for the defense that they played to force them into some situations where they turn the ball over down in the red zone on down. But
no, this was no fluke tonight.
No, not at all.
Otsego was certainly the better football team.
This team is for real. I said to you over the week when I was watching film, I said Otsego's got weapons.
He's going to run around here for a second, take a knee on third down. So they're not going to be able to run this thing out. They're going to have to punt it away.
They've got some weapons, and they've got a quarterback, a veteran quarterback, who he was patient on the bench, got his opportunity to start. You call him a veteran quarterback because he's been in this program. He's been in the system. His dad's the coach. He knows the X's and O's. And he's getting back there, sitting back there in that pocket, poised, slinging the football around, finding the right guys. He could have had even more yardage tonight. And if you look at his stats here.
If it wasn't for a couple drops.
Yeah, over 200 yards passing. If it wasn't for a couple key drops there, he played very well. But I'm more impressed with his decision making in this game. Made the right decision, made the right throw. When you get a guy in his first couple of games of starting, your coaches are going to tell you, you got two reads. After that, you got to take off, or you're gonna get sacked. Made the right read more often than not tonight and finding the right receivers.
Took the delay of game penalty, and now they're going to drop back to punt with 13 seconds left in this ball game. See if
one thing if I'm Eastwood, I take away from this game, I got a playmaker in number one.
For sure. Let that thing just sit there. Game Night Live brought to you by Sampson Furniture. They're having their biggest sale of the year going on for Labor Day. They've got 12 months interest-deferred financing, reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, and more, all on sale up to an additional 20% off. Great quality furniture at great prices. Hurry, though. The Labor Day sale ends soon at Sampson Furniture and Mattress. It is worth the drive to Genoa. What a night for the Otsego Knights.
Coach Jura just got his Gatorade bath.
The biggest win that they have had in a long, long time. Mentioned it a couple times, but the last time that they beat Eastwood was 2006. And that is going to do it. Otsego comes to Pemberville. They pull off the upset.
A reminder, please.
I don't think anybody saw this one coming, except maybe a few people in white jerseys on that far sideline. And that man right there, Joseph Jirwa, their junior quarterback, what a future he has. Whether it's football or baseball, he decides forever. Right now, his football team is absolutely thrilled,
I'm thoroughly impressed by this team. Everything that I saw on film in our prep was on display here tonight. The weapons on the outside, the effort that you get from the skill position players after the catch, blocking down the field, the trenches. They won the battle tonight at the point of attack against the team that usually punishes their opponents on the ground. That cannot be overstated. That is where they won the football game tonight. In the trenches, they're able to give their quarterback time to deliver the football. They ran the ball effectively when they need to. They didn't rush for over 170 yards like they did this week. But they were effective in the situational running that they did. Bottled up early on. You're going to look at the touchdown pass here from Dura. That is the only place he could have put the football. Case Boone had perfect coverage. Timko able to come up with a big catch there. And I think that touchdown there is what put Otsego over the top. And this one sealed it.
That was Devin Kuhn catching that touchdown. Joseph Jirwa, outstanding here tonight. A very big win for the Otsego Knights. So coming up tonight on WTOL, if you're watching our live stream right now on YouTube, coming up tonight on WTOL, Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Big Board Friday. Coming away just about 2 hours from now, we will be live here from Freedom Field at Eastwood doing our show. Our game of the week, St. John's and Central Catholic. That game in the third quarter, Central leading St. John's 35-28. The other big one, some huge news out in White House. Perrysburg leading by 3 late in the game in the fourth quarter against Anthony Wayne. Give you a couple of the final numbers here. Joseph Jirwa, 18 of 25, 243 yards passing. A couple touchdown passes in this game. He threw one to Braden Timko, one to Devin Kuhn. A terrific ball game here tonight. A great way to start out Game Night Live on our WTOL live stream. Chittiga, it was fun.
This was a lot of fun. And you couldn't have asked for a better football game,
Yeah.
I think. You know, you get one team who's been dominated by the other. You come out here as an underdog again.
What a
You
story.
exercise those demons. You get a win, a big conference win on the road. Remember, we're only playing conference games this year.
Yes,
So
huge.
every game that you go out there and line up now, you're playing for a championship. Coach Tom Amstutz used to say a championship game. Sorry to name drop here.
Yeah,
He used
go
to call
ahead.
it a championship game. Every conference game is a championship game. They put themselves now in position after 2 games. You're 2-0. You're 2-0 in conference. You got some momentum now heading into the meat of your season.
And this was a big hurdle. That is going to do it for our entire crew at Chittiga Harris. I am Jordan Strack. Thank you so much for watching Game Night Live here on the WTOL YouTube page. We will see you for Charlie Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Big Board Friday on WTOL in just a little bit.
Thank you for watching WTOL 11 Sports Game Night Live. Subscribe to WTOL 11 on YouTube for streaming local sports and video news from around the community.